Oh my god, will you ever shut up? You groan lightly, looking down in disgust at the perverted classmate rubbing his hands together in anticipation and reaching for the bottom of your skirt. All I'm saying is you deserve better. I know how to make you feel good, you know. Before you could part your lips to shoot back a repulsive reply, you felt Kello's hand squeeze your shoulder softly, earning an immediate and thankful hum to echo for your chest. The grateful appearance of your boyfriend was short-lived, however, when his eyes landed on Mineta, causing him to swallow harshly and avoiding saying anything he assumed he will regret later. Leave her alone, man. She doesn't belong to you or anyone for that matter. Shut up about it, okay? You sighed, deepening the frown you had managed to plaster on your face. AG, it's fine. I can handle it. Don't worry about that. The annoyed redhead simply shook his head, suppressing a huff. No, it's not fine. I'm sick of him harassing you and the other girls. Soft hands left your side and trailed over his arm, pulling him away from the smaller male's smug figure. Come on, it's not worth it. I swear. Please. This small argument began to draw the attention of an otherwise careless Bakugo sitting a few meters away, his feet kicked up on the table, as well as Midoriya and Todoroki, the two focused on Yayuzoru's study notes from today's class. I mean, Shitty here has a point, dumbass. That useless extra needs to be taught a fucking lesson. Mina clutched the hem of her jumper, watching the three of them looked on with a semi-amused feather. You two, should we really be fighting over this? Mineta's a scumbag, I get it, but you shouldn't give him such attention. You nodded in agreement, the two of you ignoring Mineta's cries of protest at the insult. Come on, she's right, Eiichiro. We should leave it alone. He'll only pressure you more. Your boyfriend shared a hesitant look between Mineta and you before saying in defeat, accepting your request. Fine, but... He trailed off, willing to face the opposite direction before glaring down at his hated classmate. Touch her, or just talk to her, or even look in her direction, or any of the other girls again, and I swear I'll make you sure and I'll make sure that you don't last the day. A small snicker erupted from his hash-blonde friend, Bakugo hiding the fact that he was slightly impressed with Kirishima's direct threat, although nothing would match how the redhead would react to unknowingly close event of Mineta inevitably making the same direct mistake. Whatever. You couldn't please her as well as me, though. I mean, just look at her. Do you really know what you're doing with a woman like that? You only have to look at those well-preserved... Kaminari clasped his hands over the small male mouth before he could continue any further, but the damage had already been done. Kirishima swerved around, his jaw tightening before a low growl left his stiff throat. What the hell did you just say? He couldn't help himself. You bit your lip, the thoughts swirling in your mind. The rest of the class, seated in the open common area, watched on in shock, not sure whether to intervene or not. Sure, they didn't want Kirishima doing something he may regret, but Mineta deserved everything that was coming for him. You could practically feel the anger swimming off Kirishima's body, pulling in the back of his mind as his eyes narrowed and set on the smaller male. Mineta simply shrugged, trying not to show his shivering hands. I said, I can't imagine how you ever do what you're doing. Kaminari cringed, attention silent falling over the room. Nobody dared breathe or move a single muscle, afraid they'd cause an outburst of emotion early. You bit down on your tongue, trying to relieve some of the nervousness and worried feeling building butterfly in your stomach. Kirishima had never acted this way before. It was almost scary. It wasn't long before the redhead opened his mouth and began yelling, his words laced with venom that dripped and dried in the exposed stale hair. How the hell do you even call yourself a hero or a man, huh? Don't you ever dare talk about her that way again. You should have learned some fucking human decency before you were even accepted into this play through pity points. Kirishima seated, a knot tightening in his chest at hearing his crude words. He had never acted this way before. Something within his mind had clearly snapped, and he was ready for a fight. Hey, Jiro, please. You begged him, gripping his biceps and digging your nails into his skin, just enough to snap his attention away from Mineta, who was being gripped by the collar of his shirt and lifted away by Shoji. But the small male gave a smug smirk and reached his hands out, being close enough to just allow his fingertips to brush along the curves of your ass, before reaching down and squeezing the flesh in his palm. You gasped at the feeling and yelped, stepping forward into Kirishima's chest. Your eyes widened when a soft growl echoed in your ears, the red head grips tightening around your shoulder before pushing you aside. Wait, Heiji! Before you could muster enough strength to pull him back, he had lurched forward his quirk, causing him to harden his fist. Mina's eyes widened, and she cried out, jumping backward to avoid being caught up in the confrontation. Please, Hizuku! You cried out to the shocked boy staring at your boyfriend's aggressive behavior, his eyes quickly flickering towards you and Mineta. He snapped from the trance and jumped at your voice, making quick work to grip Kirishima's arms and pull him back, quickly being aided by Todoroki. As Kirishima was eventually pulled away, you managed to get a small glance at Mineta, your eyes narrowing as you did so. He had a small gash on his cheek, obviously from where Kirishima had attempted to punch him, but only grazed his skin with a hardened hand. In that moment, all you could do was swallow your saliva and look away, a small pang of fear gnawing at your heart. You hated seeing your boyfriend in such a wild rage. It scared you, to say the least. Hey, Jiro. You trailed off, your tone slightly shaky and laced with worry. The redhead gave a shaky scruff, ripping his eyes away from the commotion to catch a small glimpse of the scared expression lacing your features. You heard a soft line of laughter coming from behind you and rolled your eyes, immediately recognizing the husky voice. You shot a glare at the explosive hash blonde, causing him to shrug his shoulder and sink deeper into the leather chair. You know, for someone who hates being out there, you such are enjoying this. You mumbled lowly, turning your attention back to Kirishima. Your boyfriend sighed heavily, his eyes staring into yours. You could just make out a hint of regret in his shining irises. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. Please, don't start something over him. He began to speak once more, but you cut him off, already seeing he was beginning to protest. No, stop it. You can't do anything. Not now. Just ignore him, okay? Kirishima just bit his lip, shaking his head and looking towards you. No, I'm sorry, it's just... You felt his arms wrap themselves delicately around your waist, squeezing you tightly. It's fine. You don't have to explain, I kinda understand. He squeezed you tighter, burying his face in your shoulder. No, but I do have to apologize, though. He choked back soft tears, afraid of looking at you after causing such a scene. I scared you, I know I did. I'm sorry. No man should ever do that to anyone, especially you. You sniffled softly, nodding your head. Yeah, you did scare me. But it's fine, okay? I understand why. You couldn't help what you did. Hey, listen to me. You place your hands to rest on either side of his face, squeezing his cheeks gently and pulling him down to meet your lips, half-breath gusting over his skin before planting a gentle kiss on his forehead. I love you, alright? You don't have to start fight over vermin like that. Trust me, I'm okay. I love you more than anything, Kiri. He gave a gentle smile, kissing you softly, resting his chest on your shoulder, sighing contently. You know I love you too.